Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed? More innovation?
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
The roaring game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Testing, testing. Do you hear me, audience? I see some levels. I'll turn it down a bit. That seemed very loud. Good afternoon, everyone. Patient curling fans. We appreciate just that, your patience, as we figure ourselves out over here. Quite a complex thing. Getting all these cameras and audio and broadcasting services all just functioning the way that we need them to. We appreciate your patience holding on, and I'm glad we are able to bring you some images at least, and now my wonderful voice for this Kevin Cooey versus Jordan Peters from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And like many of you, so I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Rory McCusker. I work for Curling Stadium Live. I'm the man behind the camera here. Doing my best to bring you this curling game from Swift Current, IG Wealth, Management Western Showdown. And this has been an interesting game, which is more than I thought we might be getting here with just such a powerhouse in Team Kevin Cooey and a team that I just don't know too much about in Jordan Peters. The three-piece Peters, they have been holding their own and then some. The front two of Team Peters making a lot of shots here. First end, we saw a 4-1 for Team Cooey. Lots of center guards, a 4-foot setup. Team Peters had a pretty good end brewing there. Second end, Skip Jordan Peters not able to make his draw against one, gave up a steal, but then some solid work again by the front end of Team Peters, setting up a good one in the third. They end up getting a deuce that end, even with Jordan Peters not making his first shot, did make his tap for 2 on the second, right to the button. Pretty impressive stuff there. That brings us tie game fourth end. Cooey started with hammer, and he'll have it here in the fourth. So I guess we would call it a bit of an advantage, Cooey. But like I said, really impressive stuff watching this Jordan Peters team from Winnipeg, Manitoba hang on for this long with, if not the world's best, one of the top 3 or 5 world's best. Team Cooey got their all-white Tidewater jerseys. Kevin, it is in coat mode, and I can confirm it is a chilly one out there in the Swift Current Curling Club. Every club's a little different. You never really know how or why a certain thing is the way it is, but yeah, it is pretty cold out there. Team's taking a little while to warm up in the first few ends. So what do we got going this end? Cooey's got a wide corner. They've got a controlling stone down the middle. Matching a Team Peters stone down the middle as well. A lot of options here. Skip Jordan Peters. Just deciding what kind of path he wants to take. There are quite a few aggressive routes you could take here. You could lay up another center guard. You could take control of the front of the rings here. That's what they'll choose to do. The normal third for this team, Andrew Clapham. Cole Chandler on the sweep. Yeah, I was wondering about that call. You do keep control of the front of the rings. Little roll there is going to make a double peel opportunity. Not easy, but once Cooey finishes their rock here, it's definitely going to be a clearer middle. So not the best trade stone for Team Peters. Team Cooey knows they got lots of rocks left to plug the rings. They're just going to focus on getting control of that front of the house. Second rock thrower, Brad Deason. Little wobble there, but keeps her under control. Gets them both. That's what I'd be afraid of, even if Team Peters made that shot and stuck around on that opposite 4-foot line. There's always going to be some type of double peel or hit and roll. And now, after that trade, Team Peters, yeah, nothing more down the center line. Now it's a fight to keep Team Cooey from rolling behind their corner guard. Not a lot of hope here to force. Going to take two really nice shots to set up a force here. Let's see if they can make shot number one. Little hit and roll. On this one to make a curl. That'll take things away from the corner guard at least. Ooh. Team Kevin Cooey always has been really, and even with his old team, Kevin was really specific with when he wanted to score, and this fourth end, he's decided we're getting two here. Could easily control the rings and go for a blank here, but they are going to suck one around their corner guard here, even though they likely will not be shot by the end of it. So this plan's going to need a good draw right here. Sweeper's trying to manage it so they can get the most curl at the right time. You can see Brad going, no, can't go. Don't really want to come deep, but it's not that big of a deal if they do. They were never going to be shot anyway. It is going to leave a tap freeze opportunity, but that's okay. Team Cooey can just come around that corner guard on their next one. Team Peters really unable to peel. They could hit and stick back here, but there will always be this corner guard and this opportunity to build something on the wide side for Team Cooey. Nothing really else to do but follow it down and try to limit the damage one rock at a time. That's how they'll get their force, is by making every single shot for the rest of the end. Tough to do with one sweeper. Cole Chandler staying close, but trying to wait to get the maximum amount of curl. And just runs out of rings. No problem. Does kind of take away that path to the corner guard. Team Cooey would have to hit this rock eventually, so why not now? Looks like that last shot just really died on Team Peters. Sweeper did not seem concerned until quite a few feet after the hog line, actually. We roll to the button. Didn't need to be too specific with that one. Not a lot of bad places you could have put that. As long as it was shot rock, that's all that matters for Team Cooey at this point. Just reading some comments in the chat. First of all, hello everyone. We love that you're participating in the chat and chiming in, giving us some feedback on what is and isn't working. That's awesome. We're busy trying to kind of tweak our stuff over here. Don't really have time to just watch the stream and listen for stuff. So we love those comments letting us know what is and isn't working. So thank you very much, everyone. And that's just the beauty of watching curling on the internet here. Get to participate. Things are close enough here now that Kui will be concerned with leaving a double, so they will want to roll back to that open side. But overall, that little plan that Kui hatched halfway through the end seems to be working out. Put a rock behind their corner guard. Peters had kind of one shot to try and nullify it. They ran out of rings on their draw, and by that I mean just kind of over curled and slowed down pretty hard on them at the end. Unfortunate, because that rock was thrown well enough to make that shot. Kevin just lining up his opponent's options there. Thinking, if I hit and roll, would they ever ignore me and try to take away this one on the outside? But probably not. Kevin Kui's first of 2 stones here in the 4th end. Trying to manufacture a multi-point score. He's well on his way. Just also catching up on the chat, seeing some comments about the jacket. No, it's just that cold out there, guys. It's a chilly rink. Using these fine curling stadium cameras, let's get a good close-up of that trademark Kevin Kui grimace as he throws the rock. Just such a unique and lethal delivery. Treat to watch. Well, they seemed a little surprised. Oh, and I didn't switch the camera. I'm talking about Kui's delivery, and I didn't even show the audience. We'll get it on the next one. We'll get a nice close-up on the next shot. Team kind of surprised there with how much it curled. Or how much it didn't curl, I should say. No one was really that concerned about it. And you can see Kevin in the hack, not like you guys saw because I forgot to switch the camera, but Kevin did signal for a little more ice. So very interesting there. You curlers out there will sometimes know the center line can be a bit of a tricky spot. You'll know the curl on one side of the sheet, you'll know the curl on the other side of the sheet, but as they transition from one to the other, as rocks cross the center line, of course, not like I'm an expert or anything, but something to do with the ice making and the scraper and all that good stuff. Crossing the center line seems to be a bit of a challenge to read the curl. So I think that might have been what happened there. But a team as observant and skilled and experienced as Kui, they will not make that mistake twice. You would not think. But an interesting opportunity. Team Peters doesn't think that the inside out, the out turn, kind of tap back, run back type thing, they think that this pick might be easier. Not a great result because they will roll out even if they do make this shot, leaving a pick opportunity for Team Kui to blank the end. But, of course, Team Peters must have considered the run back and just decided they didn't think it was there. That's a well thrown shot to the wing to get that Kui stone out of the back of the rings there. Always a little tough to throw that far out. It's just not very often. Sweepers manage a stone out there. A third makes a sweep call out there. You got a lot of inside out motion going from the thrower. So it's just a little unusual to see. Oh, promises made, promises broken. Kevin really skated down there and got rid of that rock in the hurry. So we'll have to get our Kevin Cooey close up next end. And I'm surprised once again. Kevin Cooey does not take on that pick shot for the blank. Kevin decided early on, I am scoring this end. But they won't be able to do that. Sweepers won't drag it to the rings. A rare miss from Kevin Cooey. 2 in a row, actually, I should say. So, decision well made by Team Peters. What do I know? Justin Peters will take a 3-2 lead over Cooey into the 5th end. Kevin Cooey will retain hammer when we come back.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference. SaskTel Be Kind Online.
Had some questions about if our houses are painted or they logo. Our events are always painted houses, but in the future coming out, I'm pretty sure we're going to be going to all logo houses. They're a great revenue source.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action?
Had some questions about if our houses are painted or they logo. Our events are always painted houses, but in the future coming out, I'm pretty sure we're going to be going to all logo houses. They're a great revenue source for any curling club. You can get your advertisements on there, and usually after the first year, the houses are paid for. It's all free money for you. So hopefully check Jet Ice out for your future in-house logo.
Welcome back, everyone. And I'm actually joined now by Sean Joyce. Hello, Sean. Well, I'm doing really good now that I've seen this excellent fight being put up by Justin Peters against Team Cooey. They're leading 3-2. Let's see if I can get you a view of the game here, Sean. That should do it. Excellent, 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 excellent. Man here for both teams. Both think they got something cooking.
Top 4-footed HB line cover. Got a little footing in here. Drops second and third. On, I think it's through sharp Renais and stay there perhaps. Driving on his own 12 does
You were about 10 seconds behind me there, Sean. I'm just getting you. See if I can get you something better. There we go. That should keep you live.
Here's shot rock. It is just two redstone. Just make a double on the two reds.
Big chance here, hey, to flip the end around this or remove all red stones from the rings. One end, blows it by.
Yellow might
I'm very curious as to how this chemistry is building itself between Tyler Tardy and Kevin Cooley. You don't end up hearing them talk too much, even with broadcasts with like a skip mic or anything. It's tough to get a read on their personality mesh and all that. And I know all of us curling fans are so curious about this as well.
Quiet side as well.
Just playing their cards close to the chest. They don't want anyone to know.
Well, this new order from so far this two and opportunity here for flash level. Or it looks like this is what's going on. Like covered somewhere.
Some misses here in the fifth end. Both teams kind of had an opportunity to take control of things here, but kind of back to, well, I guess you'd say Cooey has the advantage line two with Hammer, but center guard to work with for Peters here. Gotta get their shot rock under control though. Haven't been able to really put their shot rock where they wanted to. This is going to be a better result.
That's still for Kevin Cooley to get at. Interesting thing here will be, Kevin Cooley gets right along. He's got 2 shots left, I believe. This is just his first. Open. Try to make sure you've got a chance for 2. The other option is you try to pull underneath. You might have a chance for 3, but Jordan Peters would be 1 shot away from taking all in away from him after the line.
I promised our viewers last end a nice close-up of Kevin Cooley's grimace. So here we go. The trademark.
Away the Russian and roll away all the way. And does make a nice hit off the corner of the 8-foot. Send 2. Slash will now be really thin. If Jordan Peters tried to roll off that to the back of the 8-foot elbow, I'm not sure he'd have shot rock. If you can't get shot rock at the roll, you may as well try the slash. Probably giving up 2 either way. But if you can ever make the double.
Yeah, it's really tough. It's tough decisions here, right? Like there's almost nowhere you could hide, even if you wanted to just say, screw it all, I'm drawing. There's almost nowhere you could hide where Cooley wouldn't have a run back, wouldn't have some type of shot for 2 or more.
If this was 8, then you might see him try to draw around everything to the back of the 8-foot.
Sure.
Because it's a higher percentage than this slash level. But you don't want to risk giving up 3 in the 5th end. You give up 2, so the last rock is not the other one. And it could make the slash. I mean,
of course,
shots.
Must be close.
Ballpark. Catch the second one stalled, but not to spin out the back.
That's a big shot. Playing it cool. I just made a crosshouse double against Cooey. No big deal. Nah, that'll be a big one.
combined team will retain last round of extended play.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
For the populations. Thank you for bearing with us. Here's what over Kevin, who is here last rock.
Who are we moving to 3 layers here, Sean? 3 layers.
You know, leading that right for a while, like, oh, it's certain, put it that way. Cole Chandler is the 13 years old. After showing up the second on the second, slide back into it does Gary. We've been for some extra curl at the end. Try to get rock. Good cover. Just confirming this is the fifth stone of the end. So they have to remove.
That is always the trouble playing without a hammer. Is you need that guard and you're always trying to play around it, but you can never move it.
I apologize. Finished the game over. It looks to me, just realized it was down short. Playing one match short. Is that right?
Yeah, it appears to be. They're missing their second, according to the curlingzone.com lineup. But both front-end players have been putting together pretty impressive games so far, for sure. A few slip-ups in that fifth end that we saw, but other than that, they've been really solid. Same with Kui's team. I would actually say the mistakes up into the fifth end were skip errors. Team Kibikui had a very similar end cooking up in the fourth end with a corner guard setup. They're able to eliminate the center line guards, made a draw, had 2 set up, but Kevin rolled out on his first one, left the pick opportunity open for Justin Peterson. on his last rock, and yeah, it ended up being a 4-1 that wasn't really a 4-1 because Kui came short of the rings on his draw, and that was that steal in the fourth end. Oh, let me update that.
They're not in comfortable. The last end kind of got away from might have had a chance for two. He's quite happy to have last rocket even hit right now. Boy, they need this to stop. He's going to slide a little hard. Like chasing around the corner with the last rock anyway, and then will slide deep. Not have mics on the players. So I don't know exactly what the conversation is, but looking at Kevin, he's got to be asking which way can we get there. So which turn do you like? It's pretty close to dead in behind them, but there's a little between them. There's definitely their turn. So it might come down to better. Just running back. Looking for the freeze now. This is the third, and actually throwing stones. They're short end. I had to get down to that back stone, get in the face of it. He's going to come bury a piece of his own. So, but still second shot.
Gonna make Kui think about it. Second shot, overlap center guards. Yellow's coming backwards no matter the case. So even if they do kind of get something in around there, it could change on them pretty quick. So you can see him thinking about it. It's definitely worth thinking about.
The problem with thinking about, I think, draw first, and where I with the draw yellow, you've got to roll, and they get a chance back to the shot. They ever lock one of the back to quick around the outside, they're going to bring it back to the play.
That's a good point. Yes.
Even if it does make the angle, still got second and the stone that he's going to run back. There might be ways to get it out. So you just can't leave it freeze at the back, especially like just played it. Discussing the options here. Like, again, we don't have money from the players. I think Kevin wants to bring. I think there's somebody at the other end, whether it's Tyler or two of the other two. Just like they want to be able to close over the top 8 foot. I certainly understand them not wanting to leave that rock there. It's just that I think that giving him another chance for three is probably the worst case. Tyler Party, the youngster, the new player at third this year. He's for most of his junior career. Being to come around, and it's not just the guard. He needs to get around the Yellowstones and up the Ainswood. Not even by the guard.
So 2 light draws in a row. One on the outturn side, one on the intern side. Just add some chaos here in the 6th end.
Now he has to go around so that he threw the top eight with his first. Take a look.
Yeah, this time they only need to get about half tucked, though. Hey, as long as they're shot rock, about half tucked, that's going to do the trick. 3 light draws in a row.
Perhaps the nose hit on the open, so leave the red stuff. We certainly don't think you want to go over. And you know that play coming up again.
This looks like a setup shot for later. Not really going to get that yellow out of the top 8 right now, but you could probably manipulate the angles for something on Kevin's.
Out there. With a drop like stones. Now this is going to get in. Yeah.
Wicky ticky. Ends up decent.
Just almost. Yeah, the fight on it. It's there for Tony to play the game all top. Come around still for the back beat. It has to stay out there right on the post. You have to stay out there and get around it. His first stone here in the 6th. Looking to come around the top well. Still lots of curlier. Around the spot, still the top 12 and still get to the center line easy enough. Line looks nice. Out of that map, not quite the way he does get shot rock. Redstone, the top. That means he should be able to run it back. nose, you actually, and that's what Kevin's looking at now. If you're going to catch it just off the nose, you can touch the yellow top leaf and still get the yellow for it. Playing it that way. Is the best result if you make that. You could actually double the yellows to fit 4. Boy, I think he's lucky playing it that way. You have to touch that first yellow so thin. Another option. That might be what they're discussing. If they're playing the top one a little bit higher, play the red on the middle, put and both your shooter and the rain stone will spin over towards the other stone. You might have 2 stones available. That's one. Most all mics on players, of course, they give it to an indication, of course. You don't need to do that with stick stones. So not sure whether he's looking to play this onto the top yellow person straight back in.
Some serious danger now. Pressure. Holding on to a 1-point lead. Lying. Second shot. Try to not leave a double here. Jason Peters. One sweeper to babysit this thing in. Now they needed to hold on. Wait's been a bit of a guess. Looks like second shot. Decision time for Kevin Cooey. Is there something wacky to try and run double for 4 or 5? Not sure. Might be worth it to just try and take 2. All you need is a piece of the forefoot, not even. Inch or 2 off. Tyler Tardy sees the routine draw, and you know what? I would think, yeah, there's nothing in the realm of reasonable percentages. Kevin Cooley previously coming up light in this spot. Granted, this will be a little wider out, a little later in the game, but in the fourth end, Cooley could not hit the rings for a single point. Let's see if he can bite the 4-foot for 2. Last rock, 6th end, shot for 2. Take a 1-point lead in this game. Kevin Cooley. The classic Cooley poke. That little extra snap on the rock. Apparently, if you do it every time, it's not illegal. But sweepers were on it. Now they're letting it die. Looks A-okay. Team Cooley gets their deuce, finally. They'll take a look here, but it's too red. Cooley takes the lead. Team Peters with hammer. Could be their game of the season if they manage to pull out a victory here. 7th end when we come back.
The roaring game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
Had some questions about if our houses are painted or they logo. Our events are always painted houses, but in the future coming out, I'm pretty sure we're going to be going to all logo houses. They're a great revenue source for any curling club. You can get your advertisements on there, and usually after the first year, the houses are paid for. It's all free money for you. So hopefully check Jet Ice out for your future in-house logo.
When we come back, and you know what? I'll be the first one to say it. I did not expect this to be such a good game, such a tight game. Guess I'm going to have to keep my eye out for this Team Peters from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Playing with 3, making the shots that count. It has not at all been a, off game really for Team Cooley. Of course, we don't see Kevin miss that often. We did get 2 misses from Kevin in the 4th end. Teams coming up light in this last 6th end. Some hit and rolls out for Team Peters in the 5th, but other than that, a generally well played game. If I do say so. Oh, where'd you go? Lost my shooter there. Team Cooley, 2 center guards. Skip Kevin Cooley knows exactly what he wants to do in each situation. Up this many, down this many, without hammer. He's thought about it a million times, it seems. He knows exactly what he's going to do with those first 2 rocks in each end. Doesn't seem to matter what the ice conditions are or who he's playing. He knows what he's comfortable with. And 1 up without hammer in the 7th end. It's 2 center guards. Trying to effectively draw play into the middle, knowing that if his opponent's going to get 2, it's going to be within that 4-foot area with some nice shots. They're going to have to earn it. Oh, I love that. That's my favorite curling move, is the little shoulder shake. Trying to show your team, I'm thinking over here. I know I've been staring at the rocks for more than 5 seconds, but I just move my shoulders like this, and then you'll know I'm thinking over here. You see everyone do it. Men's, women's, old, young. Every curling club, east to west. It's a big decision. You got a tight game against Kevin Cooey in the 7th end. That is not happening much, even with some of the best teams in the world. You know, I could never win a Bonspiel for the rest of my life, but if I won one game against Cooey, I'd hang that on the wall. I'd tell everyone who asked me about it. That would be an accomplishment enough for a season. To beat Cooey. Team Peters will take one of the center guards off, probably the more dangerous one. 2 rocks in the rings for Team Peters, 1 rock in the ring for Team Cooey, a high center guard up there with Cooey shooting. The blank possibilities are dwindling fast. I don't think that was a realistic goal for Team Peters in the first place. But as far as them winning this end, they'll either need to do it by scoring multiple points or by blanking. And don't think that blank's happening. Second, Brad Thiessen. Really started curling on them. You could see from that left hand of your screen, the straight on angle, that just jumped. May have been a little down weight, I'm not too sure, but whatever the case, that curled hard. Sweepers caught a little off guard by that one. Still a favorable look for Team Kevin Cooey. They've got a center guard, they've got a frozen rock in the 8-foot. Still some work to be done, but Team Peters looked at peeling the center guard, opting to come straight in. And that is not going to work out. The key part of that shot was keeping your shooter in play, you know, or in good position if you're really looking for something. To lose that rock out of the rings means Team Cooey can eliminate this stone, and for now, the possibility of giving up 2 will have to be created by Team Peters. Big opportunity missed there to keep a rock in the rings, keep the pressure on. Tyler Tardy, chance to lie 2 with one of them undercover. Well, that blank possibility that I had previously claimed had almost disappeared, kind of coming back a little bit. I made double here. We'll really clean up these rings and leave one center guard pretty high up. Gets one. Rolls it over. Does some good work to group the stones. That's acceptable way to miss. Makes me think that never really had the momentum to make the double in the first place. Lots of positive handle and rotation on this stone. Should be nice, predictable path for the sweepers. They don't want to get caught over curling again. And a little flop. Gonna leave the wrong side open, meaning the side that keeps this double opportunity alive. Much closer together, much more realistic chance to make this double. Sweeping hard just to get that one by the guard. One tap. We'll stick around for shot rock. Not what was hoped though. Easy for me to say. Not what was hoped for. Not an awful scenario, but this should be quite a routine kind of hit and roll for Team Kui. They would like to keep two around in the rings, however, so you do want to avoid that back one. They'll take quite a bit of ice here, so they'll keep the weight down, make sure that they're able to keep two around in the rings. Team Kui really does not want to let Team Peters blank here. You know what, folks? I'm going to zoom out here. Give you an opportunity to see the packed house we got in Swift Current. Upstairs and downstairs. Swift Current really turning into one of the premier locations in Western Canada, really Canada in general, to watch some high-level curling. Club manager Chris Heichert, ice maker Jason Bordenchuk, doing a great job to attract these top teams year in, year out. Swift Current becoming a curling destination. Nice sweep there by Brad Beeson. Able to control that rock, keep it around in the rings. Vision time, definitely. And they will hit this. I thought we might see a freeze attempt. You know what, as Skip skates down here, I'm going to take one more opportunity to show you guys the crowd that's gathered here. 2:20 p.m. on a Friday. It's only going to get better. The party's in Swift Current. Chris Heichert's got 4 cool curling tables set up upstairs. Big Great Western beer giveaway. That competition's coming later tonight. This is already gearing up to be quite a party in Swift Current, and you guys get to be involved through Curling Stadium Live. Peters first here in the 7th end. Trying to hang on to either a blank opportunity or a chance to get 2. Really crushing pebble on this one, trying to keep it straight. Might be a plan B here. That's going to roll open. Yeah, I was wondering what they were trying to do there. They may have been trying to roll a little to the left. Now, from our perspective, to the right, try and just sort of maintain shot rock while biting the 12-foot on the right-hand side. It was a very difficult shot. Did not work out for him. And I'm being told the competition is win beer for a year playing cool curling. And I asked Chris a couple weeks ago, what does beer for a year mean to you? And he said, case a week. I was like, oh, that really is beer for a year. Kevin's going to keep that one around. On the wing, that was somewhat where Team Peters was hoping to roll to, make Kevin's shot a little more difficult. I do wonder if we'll see them make a decision to give Cooey one here. Tied up going into the last end against Team Kevin Cooey has not been favorable to opponents over the years. Neither is being down 2, but they might think to themselves, you know what, we might be better off keeping Hammer here. Not sure what they decided on. We might be seeing a blank attempt here. No. Draw for 1. Take the points. Take the point. Go into that last end tied. I know it hasn't been very favorable for teams in the past, but hey, neither has just playing Cooey in general. So Team Peters has done a great job, made a lot of shots, made some good decisions to keep themselves in the game to this point. Why not do it again? Well-made draw, well swept. It's a tie game. Team Cooey with Hammer going into the last end. We will have that thrilling conclusion when we come back.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
The roaring game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Welcome back. Tie game. Team Cooey with Hammer. 4-4. It's been an interesting one so far. Started off strong for Team Peters. Got a force in the first end. Did miss their shot for 2 in the second end. They were able to put together a deuce in the third. Team Cooey missing an open draw for 1 in the fourth. After what looked like a good multi-point setup. Kevin Cooey did roll out on his first one and did miss the rings on his second one. Gave Team Peters a steal. And just get my cameras figured out. There's my overhead. Wonderful. After that, kind of a messy fifth end. Ends in a blank. Sixth end, we saw Team Cooey get 2. Very dangerous end for Team Peters there. Cooey had multiple orbiting stones. Thought it might be a score of 4 or more, but some made shots on their last 3 or 4 stones kept that danger at bay. Cooey had a more or less open draw to the 4-foot for their 2 points, which they made. Seventh end, saw some interesting decision making. Both teams kind of playing quite aggressively for their win in the seventh end. Team Cooey throwing 2 center guards, really drawing play to the middle, but some rolls out. Almost saw a blank opportunity or something like that for Team Peters. But Cooey ended up hanging on, maintaining control of that end. Forced Team Peters for 1. I thought we might see them give Cooey 1. I've seen teams do that before to maintain Hammer in the last end, but nope. 2 center guards. We'll go up for Team Peters in the 8th end here, needing to steal to win. No tick attempt from Team Cooey. They will take their chances with the double peels later on. Did some good work to occupy the top of the rings here. Quite a bit of curl from Carrick Martin at the end there. That popped out the other side, as we can see from our straight on view. Disaster, right? Chris Eichert hauling out the win beer for a year board. That's going to be quite a cool curling tournament later on. For those of you wondering, I'm nestled in a small ice maker's. This is a pretty big closet for an ice maker's closet, I'll say, actually. Beats James Gordon's in Martinsville. That's more like a Harry Potter closet under the stairs. This is a good-sized ice maker's closet where I'm broadcasting from, right beside the club manager's office where Chris Heikert's hard at work, trying to make this the best event he possibly can. Decision has been made. Try to get something in the forefoot right now. You really want this rock to be a good one. You might not have another opportunity to come into the forefoot again this end. You may be, if you're Team Peters, guarding this stone for the rest of the end. So this is the one you want to settle into the top of the button, your steel rock. They'll want this to curl quite a bit. Carrick Martins did get some hard finish, and this one is really bending as well. Wow, that curl. Good enough. Those two reds of Team Cooey's were just a little too far apart to make a really juicy pocket. So there is still some work to be done in the forefoot. And now it's time for peeling. I expect we'll see 4 to 5 bombs in a row from Team Cooey here. Bomb number 1, bomb squad, Brad Thiessen. 1 guard, and that will be all. Every one of those peels, Team Peters holds their breath and says, please only get 1 guard. Please only take off 1 guard. But you can see what I'm talking about earlier there. There is still another shot that will have to be made to get shot rock in the forefoot. So, you know, Peters would love to throw another guard, and they still might. But at some point here, they will have to either tap their own yellow forward or remove that shot stone red that we see from the overhead. Would have been really nice to get shot stone on that previous shot, but I don't think it was possible just with the way that those two rocks were positioned. They were hoping for some curl at the end as well. But that shot has come and passed. It's decision time now to see what they can do. Might be a favorable angle if they can ever tap on the outturn. Get a kind of corner frozen situation going where at least one of their yellows will stick around even if blasted by the inevitable 3 to 4 more bombs coming from Team Kevin Cooey. They will take this outturn path. Fourth stone of the end for Team Peters. Sweeper doesn't want to touch it. Can't quite decide what side he wants to sweep on either. Now we'll get some curl. You can see from that straight on, that's a lot of movement. Could not quite hang on to the positioning with their shooter that they were hoping for. Just a little heavy. Could we just deciding whether it's worth it to try and chase something in the rings here? Probably best just to take this top one off. Single rock peel, I imagine. Could be wrong. No, looks like line for a run back. They are sweeping it. They were just looking at that bonus contact on the yellow on the side of the forefoot. Team Kobe not out of danger yet. They have managed to clear the front. There is no center guards, but if we were to imagine this being the last shot of the game, Team Peters could make a tap, get shot rock, leave some backing back there. As of right now, the outturn draw would be quite challenging, and depending on how they left the shooter, a double might be challenging as well. So definitely some opportunity here for Team Peters. They're looking as good as they could probably have hoped for as this end began. Especially as we mentioned, the history of teams that go into the last end without hammer against Team Kui. It's quite a graveyard. Not a lot of success in that situation at any level. Excuse my sniffles. Pretty good center guard there. Bomb number 3. Once again, just blows by that outside yellow. Team Kui trying to open up that outturn path if they can. Both teams seeing what I see. Team Peters trying to leave these rocks exactly as they are until the very last shot of the game. Definitely some overlap and some kind of tappy freeze potential there. So Team Peters will try to throw another guard, almost hoping Team Kui peels it. More or less the same spot. And you know what? It's just over covering that outside edge of the yellow rock, which is exactly what they want. The inside edge is the important one for Team Peters. That's how they're going to make their tap. Bomb number 4. Will they get that second rock on the outside this time? Playing a little more aggressively. One and disaster. Disaster. After blowing by the outside yellow twice in a row, Team Kui got a little too greedy with getting that bonus result. Getting the peel there was really the only important part of that call. Taking that outside one off was more of a bonus. I think they did see the danger that was lurking and that they realized they did need to change something in order to have a good shot on the last one. But as you can see there, that yellow rock jams directly in the forefoot. Leaves the button open for a draw, but as of right now, no reliable way of removing those stones. Big opportunity for Team Peters here, who will throw another guard. Totally satisfied Team Peters is with a potential Kui outturn draw for the win. Draws have not been super predictable for both teams. We've seen some ends where they're coming up light, and a few times where they come up heavy. That guard appears to have not quite curled as much as they would have liked. Covering just under half a rock of the top one, but on the correct side. So confusing. From the overhead angle, it looks like there is no double on the yellows, or if there is, it's on the outside there. from the straight ahead angle, it looks like bomb number 5 might be able to clear all 3 of those rocks out of the 4-foot. And we do have ice for such a bomb. Kevin Cooley looking to blast out the trouble from the 4-foot with his first stone in the 8th end. One, two. Effectively spins out of danger. That's a big shot for Kevin Cooley. Looking pretty scary there for a while. Definitely not out of danger yet, but that's going to open up pretty much the entire button. Bit of a decision for Team Peters. They could try and force Kevin to hit by leaving it kind of partially open, the top of the button area. Excuse me. The idea would be if Kevin rolls out, Team Peters will count their rock in the 8-foot. But the traditional thinking would be tuck this stone, maybe grab a piece of the button and leave the button open for Cooley's last draw. Before the jammed hit, or the jammed peel on Tyler Tardy's, that's all that Team Peters was really hoping for anyway, so might be best just to leave that draw. On the stone. Team Peters. 8th end, trying to steal the end and the game from Kevin Cooley. This looks really down. They are able to drag it to get a piece of the 8-foot, but that is a disappointing result. Team Peters really had a chance to put the pressure on Team Cooley by occupying full 4-foot there. A chilly Kevin Cooley. I don't think he wanted to draw the button there. He's even entertaining the idea of a hit on this outside one, which would just show you that the last shot by Peters there would have been really big to get a piece of the 4-foot. I don't think Team Kevin Cooley was super confident in their draw half, wasn't super confident throwing that out to draw the button. Sweepers Brad Easing, Carrick Martin doing everything they can, clearing out that path. Giving Skipper all the information they can, but in the end, it's Mr. Kevin Cooley. He's got a chance to win the game here in the 8th end. Last rock, 8th end. Seemed to like it. No one's going too hard right away. Oh, now Carrick's leaning into it. Inside sweeper, really clearing that path. Just a heavy clean now. Looking pretty good. Hey, impressive game from Team Peters, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Putting Cooley on the ropes, taking them to the 8th end, but it is Team Kevin Cooley making their last shot to take that game. Wow, really entertaining second draw here at the IG Wealth Management Western Showdown. Next draw begins 4:30 p.m. We have the winners of their first game in the A bracket, as well as some B-side matchups from the losers earlier today. All 4 sheets streaming live on Curling Stadium, as well as CBC Gem and your favorite team's Facebook page. Thanks for joining me, everyone. We'll see you at 4:30.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.